Well, hello and happy new moon, a second one in Leo. And I hope everybody has had an amazing solar eclipse here in the US. Some of us were able to see it and some were not. We were under clouds, so we weren't able to see it, but we could definitely feel it. How's everybody doing with the energies? As you can tell from the last new moon we had together, I was clearing something, going through something energetically, and I had a relapse. So it's been interesting because the energies are so powerful that you're not going to get away. What is it saying? You can either go elegantly or you can go kicking and screaming. It's up to you. So in this sacred space right now, we have some family and just we're excited to be all together. And I welcome all of you. If this is your first time to the New Moon Rituals, I welcome you. My name is Shakti and I am the High Priestess for the One Ascension Technique and the Shakti Spiral. We do these every month on the new moon, and we gather together and we connect with people from around the world, and it's an amazing circle to not only connect to your own innermost truth, but to others who share in wanting to create a better life for themselves and also the planet. So as we come together as a community, we shift our perspectives, we heighten our awareness, and we lift literally the planet in ascension. So that's what we're doing all together today, and that's what our intention is for these new moon rituals. So as we can get started, I want you right now to just go ahead and set your space, set your intention for this work that we're going to be doing tonight. What I'm going to do is I'm going to light some sage. It's basically going to clear the energy of the room. I've kind of had a little bit of a busy day, a lot of fun, a lot of activities, and definitely still clearing a lot of energy for myself. So sage is my go-to for a clearing herb. So what we're going to do is just going to light it, and we're going to offer some to you first. Some to me, and then we'll go ahead and we'll just pass it around the room. Kind of sounds funny, but we'll start with you, Mr. Wallace. All right, pass it around the room. Already it starts. Okay, so after we do that, we're going to basically what's happening is we're creating an energetic void, and my process is my structure is once we create an energetic void, and it's a vacuum, so it goes into a neutral energy space, and it's important that you set your intentions with that energy. Now that we have a nice smoky room here, so you set your intentions with that energy and you feel it with something, because basically neutral energy just is that, neutral. And that's a nice, wow, look at that. Let's set off the smoke detectors. We have to be careful here. So what we do then after is we set our space with some intention. And so we never leave it up to just chance. We never leave it up to whatever. So this is how we work. We work with our intention. And that makes all the difference, not only in your magical workings or in your life, but just in your community. The kind of intentions you set when you connect with somebody, the kind of intentions you set when you have any kind of interaction. So I burn sweetgrass. This is my go-to. For those of you who've been with me, you know it's my absolute favorite. It smells like it's sweet. It's just my favorite. So I'm going to go ahead and get this lit. Let's get a little bit. Come on, there we go. Those beautiful embers. Offer some to you, to me, to the ancestors who have gone before, who go after. And we're going to go ahead and we're going to also pass this around, and we're going to go the other way. So if you notice, when I was doing the sage, I was actually passing the sage around in a counterclockwise. So in this sage, I'm going to also build the energy in a clockwise manner. So I'm going to start here. You have this. And I've really set the intention that my voice, those embers, my voice stays strong for all of you tonight. So I've so looked forward to this. I've thought so much about all of you as we have been going through so much this from new moon to new moon. And it really is no joke. It is all hands on deck with what you want your life to be, the purposes, the triggers that have been coming up, the old that has been coming in to test you to decide if this is really what you want to let go of. It has been a really, really intense time. I've noticed that loved ones around me, exchanges I've had with the Shakti Spiral Sisterhood online, everyone's been kind of sharing certain things. People had emotional, like not upheavals, but just intense energy. Some people have literally walked away from jobs. Some people have walked back to jobs. So thank you. So it's a powerful time to really be focused and aware of what's going on around you, because when we get into these energies, they can take over and they can take us totally into a whole space of chaos. And while chaos is good because it causes a clearing and creation, it's not so good when you get swept up into it, because then you don't know what's yours, what's theirs, what's coming, what's going, what you should do, and you stay in a sense of status and a stagnant energy. So if we use it with purpose, if you use these energies for what they're meant for, to bring clarity, to bring a sense of awareness, to bring a sense of inner peace by releasing what no longer serves, you'll be okay. So we continue with our ritual. Another thing I like to do to set my space, to set my own self, and to really plug into these energies, is I use some anointing oil. If you don't have it, that's fine, but what I use is the All Mother oil. And what I do is I go ahead and I anoint my chakras, my chakra points, especially for this ritual. Anoint my bindi, my crown, my throat for sure, and any kind of adornment that you have on is just to kind of bless you, and definitely your ankles, your feet, the tops of your feet, and your rest. The pulse points are really good. So we can go ahead and we can, if you want to use them, you can go ahead. And so let's just get started. Oh my gosh. So if you were with me last month, you know that we were introduced to the goddess Sekhmet. The goddess Sekhmet is the Leo energy. She's the energy of fire. She is the energy of really letting go in a powerful way with her fire energy what doesn't serve you. And she's powerful in that. I've had so many experiences with her, so many dialogues with her in many different forms. Sometimes you feel enraged, and it's okay if you felt anger a lot this month. That's actually something that's really good. A good, powerful anger is good if it's utilized and directed in the right way. Kind of like how you have a fire. Like say a farmer's done with their corn for the harvest, they'll burn the stalks. Some of them do that practice still, but they burn the stalks in a controlled fire. And what it does is it replenishes the soil. It brings back in nutrients and minerals it needs. And so that's good in a controlled way. But we all know, we've heard about wildfires, if they get out of control, they can be devastating. So it's important that we kind of remember fire is powerful. Anger is powerful because it's emotion that we all share and we all experience. But doing it in a very controlled, observant way as to why you're feeling that way will help you and carry you into a sense of inner peace and awareness when you allow yourself to go through the motions of feeling what you're feeling. So right now I'm going to go ahead. This is something that I'm like, okay, I need to do this. I'm going to go to my YouTube channel and just kind of see what you guys are doing there. There we go. Yay. Okay, good. So yes, so it's funny, people are triggers, purging, and clearing like crazy. Buki76 is the same. Yes, and it's so, oh my gosh. Pedro's at the beach, and he says it's exciting day. Oh my gosh, good job, awesome. I love the water because it clears so much, so many energies, it's so easy. So I'm so glad everybody's getting on and you're all chatting. This is wonderful. So yes, as we're going forward and as we're clearing all of this, all the space, all of these old things, there's a sense to want to hold on to the old drama. And why do we do that? We do that because it's familiar. Even though we know it isn't for our highest good anymore, we do it because we know what we're going to get out of it. It's a sense of security, you know? It's kind of like the kid with the blankie, and it's literally holy to the point where it's almost an outline. There's nothing even really about the blanket anymore, but it's a sense of nostalgia. It's a sense of comfort and security. So it's learning to let go and believe that there's something better coming. There's something even more in store. And it's also a wonderful way to look at our own lives and say, hey, you know what? I deserve more. It's time for me to step into that role of more empowerment. So Sekhmet, that goddess, I'm like looking for her picture. I know I have it right here. Okay, yes. It's a wonderful book that I actually bought from a priestess of Sekhmet in her temples in Nevada. And so this is her book, The Heart of the Sun. I love this picture of Sekhmet. You can just see her solar disk. I mean that we had a solar eclipse today. It's really an awesome time to kind of go within then and use all that we gained this whole entire month from new moon to this new moon and go within and assess what has shifted, what has changed, what has been brought forth, and what now is being invited to let go of. It's sometimes dramatic change happens during these times. Literally something that could be a passion can literally be let go of. You can simply say, you know, I no longer feel this. I think that I'm going through the motions, but is no longer what I need in my life. And I've been seeing that happen for a lot of people too, whether it be jobs, professions, or study, courses of study in school, or literally what their life path and purpose, what they thought it was, they're changing gears. So that's really, really empowering to allow yourself to go on that journey and to trust what you're being guided to. So some of the stones, I've been hearing labradorite everywhere. In fact, I do have some on today. It's really powerful with the new moon energies. And while I use other stones too, I have been called to use labradorite. I have a stone called Eclipse, which is basically, that's a part of feldspar. It's kind of what labradorite comes from. And so these are really good because even though they're a dark stone, when you kind of look at them, I love to use them in meditation, especially when I'm doing really, I would say, shadow work. This is a powerful stone to look at because there's so many glimmers of light in there. So even though you may, I also found this stone, you can see it, so beautiful. People kind of crazy, what's that? So I love it because if you look, and it looks dark from an angle, but then you look again, you turn it in different angles, and there's light. And it's powerful because it kind of reminds you that no matter how hard it is, no matter how much dark you may experience, there's always light to be found. So there, go ahead and you can look at that. So those are some things. Whatever you're being called to use, absolutely go with that because it's important that you trust your intuition. It's not a one for everybody, you know, one size fits all. So I love Buki76 said she uses amethyst and selenite. Love it, love it, love it. She also said she has a labradorite bracelet. Yay, okay. Let me drink a quick drink of water. I tell you, last night my voice was like almost not even there. So I'm thankful to Goddess that I'm here and I'm able to do this. Okay, so let's get started. Before we continue, let's go ahead and create our circle together. This is my favorite part. So I want you to go ahead and give yourself permission in this moment to just be present. Turn off your phones. Be really here. Give yourself this treat for this next hour to just be here in this present moment with me and with everybody else, okay? So go ahead and close your eyes. Adjust yourself so you're sitting straight up. And just take a deep breath with me, as much as you can for those who are clearing. So deep cleansing breath, inhale. And as you inhale, call all of your energy back to you. And as you exhale, release all the energy that isn't yours, sending it back to source. Again, inhale. Call all of those pieces back to you. Hold it. And exhale. Really empty your lungs, releasing everything that isn't yours. One last breath. Inhale. Feeling yourself fully contained and present. And exhale. Releasing any cares, any worries, any concerns. Now I want you to imagine in your center of your heart a beautiful, powerful spiral. It's here, right here in the center of your chest where your heart chakra is. And imagine it spiraling and getting bigger and bigger until it engulfs your whole body. Now I want you to picture everybody who is part of this circle tonight, who is watching live or who will watch later on. We are all together. All time is now. And imagine us all in a great big circle, wherever we may be around the world, all joined together in a great big circle. And I want you to imagine somebody sitting on your left. And you extend that heart energy, that chakra energy with them. Extend your spiral so that it releases out of your left side into their right side. You see their colors merging with yours. Your spiral can be any color, usually associated with the heart chakra. It's green or pink. But whatever color you see is exactly what it needs to be. And so it goes spiraling around and around each individual, clockwise, around and around. Oh, and there's so many beautiful people here today. I can feel you guys. It's so amazing. Around and around until you feel this energy coming back to you through your right side. And you allow this energy to connect with yours, spiraling and melding into this beautiful, powerful, heart-centered energy. And just allow yourself to breathe into that. And from this space, we call in the 4 directions and the elements. We are all made up of them, one way or another. And when we call in these directions, it's like calling in our highest aspects, our highest selves to be with us. We call to the direction of the east, element of air, to the sacred, powerful, mighty winged ones, where all things begin, ingenuity of thought. We now call you now to come and be part of our circle. To the direction of the south, element of fire, to the fire breathers and the fire walkers, to the hot desert sands, Sekhmet. We call you now come and be part of our circle. To the direction of the west, element of water, to the water keepers, the record holders, the powerful gestation energy intuition, the embiotic fluids of Pachamama. We call you now come and be part of our circle. To the direction of the north, element of earth, to the earth keepers, the ancient ones, Pachamama, to those who have gone before us and those who will go after us. The power of manifestation. We call you now, come and be part of our circle. We call to the divine one energy to surround us, to flow through us, to anchor us into this time and space and into no time and into no space. We call upon the beloved All-Mother to hear us, your children, now as we do the sacred work, joined and unified together in one purpose and in one cause. May you hear us, your children, now. We call to our guardians, our guides, our angels, our ancestors. Come now and stand close. Be with us that we may hear your sacred whisperings. And we say, it is done, it is done, it is done, and so it is. Don't you love that? Oh my gosh. Bam! And there it is. I love it. I had my voice. Yay. Okay. So moving forward with new moon to new moon, I love having that full lunar rotation because you're able to see so much of what happens in a 1 month period. So working that we were introduced to Sekhmet, she came to us. She introduced herself to us with her sacred fires. We're going to be visiting her again tonight. So as I meditated upon what was going to be happening, all the information I was given was basically Sekhmet needs to come back. We need to reconnect with her. There's some things that need to be completed as we went on this journey together with her. And so that's really exciting because nothing is ever left undone. Everything is always completed in some form. We always have the great circle, the great cycle. Everything always has a cyclical connection. So there's no beginning and there's no end. So there's always a completion. So I want you to get out what you used to write with. You know, if you have even your notes from last month, that's amazing because I want you to kind of visit what it is that you were intending. We talked about fire. We talked about passion. We talked about creativity, what you want to bring forward in a very powerful, audacious way. I love the sign of Leo because they are not afraid to be seen. They're not afraid to be heard. When you think of the lion, there's the lion's roar. They're great. They're powerful. They also are very community oriented. I love how the females hunt together in their what is it called, a pack, a herd, whatever. Yes, a pack. Okay. So yes, Jordan's looking like, yeah, that's it. Okay. So that's not for me. That's Jordan's realm. She's all about the animals. So so when they're together, there's a sense of community. There's a sense of empowerment, and that's again why we do what we do. You know, we come together to not only be strength in our own self, but strength in numbers. Such a powerful way to shift, again, our focus of the planet. Oh, thank you, Wiki Sun. I know, right? Yeah, one energy. So she was saying how she loves how my voice came back. So going forward, really look at how your intentions were for that session, for last month, how we looked at what your power is, where you wanted your creativity to be in, where you were ready to really step forward and say, I'm here, this is who I am, this is what I'm ready to do. And then what happened this month to challenge you, to challenge your drive, to challenge your focus, to challenge your verb. Did you fall a little bit off? Did you feel like, oh, it's a little bit too big? Did things come up that you noticed that were blocks along the way? Things, maybe beliefs, maybe I don't have enough time, I don't have money, I don't have enough know-how, I'm too old, I'm too young. What kind of thoughts came to you? Notice those are some blocks that you may have experienced. So now tonight, under the eclipse that just happened, the energies, it's done, but it's still, we feel those energies. What going forward, now that the sun has, and Sekhmet has allowed herself to be veiled, that powerful fire, there's so much in her to see that has now come forward. And here we have it all laid out in front of us, ready to truly be looked at. Yes, purging, love it. Chris Marie says purging came through. Yes, a lot of us, me too. Like I said, I was like, okay, is it a chakra issue? It wasn't that, it was something deeper, something more. And I love that, because when we do this work, you realize sometimes that there were things deeper that are connected that you may not even be aware of. So I love this self-reflection. I love how we can go and do this work and find out more about ourselves. So what we're gonna do now, I want you to write down some of the blocks that you may have experienced this month, that you're still working through or that you had worked through. I want you to go ahead and write them down. A couple of words. Chris Marie said self-doubt. Powerful. Candy's saying that she's having a challenge being grounded. Yeah, that's because there's so many energies swirling about, so many things happening that, yes, if you have, sometimes you may need a little extra help, especially if you're not really used to being grounded, or it may be a challenge for you. And so using different types of stones or meditation where you're doing a lot of grounding work in it, literally just rooting, and that be your meditation, that also helps. So what is it that you were challenged with this month? What is it that you found out about yourself as you allowed Sekhmet to burn her fires brightly for you to see? What came through? Was there challenges at work? Were there challenges at home? Were there challenges in your community? Well, we already know that there's a lot going on in the world right now. That's an easy one, right? We're all feeling that. So don't feel like that's not you kind of escape that. You do. We are all connected to these energies in our environment. So being connected as human beings here, we're all going to be affected by what's going on the planet. So yeah, yes. So she's just saying basically self-criticism, doubt. She learns how to trust and surrender. This is from Callie. Thank you for sharing, Callie. Yes, so there's a lot, right? So go ahead and write all of those things down right now. Or just, not me all of them, but just those key components. The stuff that really stuck out to you, that no matter where you went, it was kind of with you throughout the month, you know, that kind of was uncomfortable, especially to look at it and feel it and to be in that energy. To share space with it can be very uncomfortable. So what were those things? What were those key points? Okay. And now go ahead and put your stuff down. All right. So now we're gonna go on the journey. You ready? I want you to go ahead and close your eyes. Adjust yourself again, just to make sure that you're in a receptive space, okay? Now with your eyes closed, I want you to picture a great magical shelf. Those of you who've been on with me with this journey know about this magical shelf. This shelf is powerful. Our sacred holy divine team, our spiritual team, takes care of any care or worry or concern we place upon this shelf. So go ahead, give your cares, your worries or concerns, give them a symbol, give them a shape, a size, an object, whatever, put on the shelf, knowing that you can come back to it after the hour is over, or you can leave it and they'll take care of it for you. Okay, choice is yours. Excuse me. Clearing already. Okay, with your eyes closed. Geez. With your eyes closed, I want you to go ahead and focus. Focus at your third eye. Jeez, okay. Focus at your third eye. And I want you to picture an elaborate door. It can be any size, shape, color. It's a double door. And I want you to picture the handles of this door. Again, any size, shape, or color. Notice how you feel. Notice how you feel at the entrance of this doorway. And allow yourself to open up the doors and step through. On the other side of this doorway is a hot, beautiful desert. The wind is blowing. Warm air that caresses your body. Notice how you feel. It's about dusk, so there's not a lot of light. In the far distance, you hear some drumming. Allow yourself now to walk towards that drumming. As you get closer, you see that there's a great big bonfire. Very, very similar, very familiar to what you experienced last time. And in this space you stand and you notice the flames flickering in a very unusual way. You see the sparks coming off its heat source. But at the same time, you notice the color is a little bit different, a little unusual. And out of these flames come the goddess Sekhmet. Powerful in her regalia. You hear her mighty roar. You look into her eyes and see the very powerful flame in which she came through. She asks you to turn and she points up at the sky. Still, the sky is so lit up that you can see each star as if they were hand-drawn, hand-painted. And amidst that, she shows you how infinite you are, how powerful you are. And she turns to you and asks, what blocks, what cares and worries and concerns have you been carrying with you this month? And out in front of you are so many things surrounding your feet. They look like heavy rocks, burdens, things that are weighted, that are pulling you down. Allow yourself to just feel what it feels like to be in that space, to feel weighted. Sekhmet turns to you and asks if you're ready to let go of what hangs at your feet. And you answer, yes, you are. So instantly, almost as quickly as you notice them, she devours them. She takes them into herself, and they become nothing, like air. How do you feel in this moment? Knowing how easily the blocks and the worries and the concerns and the stories you have given yourself, how easily they dissipate, how easily they're transformed. And as you stand there watching her, she stands up and looks at you and takes out her hand. You take your hand into hers, and she walks with you. Again, showing you the sky, showing you the infinite source that you come from, that resides within you. There's a beautiful oasis up ahead, and you both walk towards it. And there's something very powerful there that she wants to show you. And as you get closer, you see that there's a beautiful pool of water. Closer and closer you go, knowing that something very powerful, very, very sacred is about to be revealed to you. As you get to the pool and you look into your reflection, you notice that you are Sekhmet. You turn and you look. She is no longer to be found. She is within you, and you are within her. You are one. So the very powerful being that devoured the blocks was you. You've had this power all along. She has been with you and was inside of you all along. As you turn and walk back now, running like a powerful lion in the desert. Allow yourself to feel the desert within you. Be the desert. Feel the breeze. You are alive. You are here for a purpose. Never let a story or a doubt cloud that purpose. You see the flames, the bonfire up ahead, and you step into the flame, unafraid. No harm comes to you. You become one with that flame. The bonfire no longer is there. You are the bonfire. And you have the power within you to burn through any obstacle, any opposition. Taking these new understandings and revelations into your true self. Thank Sekhmet. Thank this sacred place. Turning and looking up at the sky, there's a powerful symbol waiting there for you. See it. And this is to remind you when you forget how powerful and how infinite you are. Take it to memory. See your symbol now. And we thank the sacred space. Turning back to your human form, but fully empowered with who you now are. We take a step back to our double doors, walking back, feeling the gentle air, warm, hot even. Stepping through the doors and into our bodies. Allow yourself to move. Wiggle your feet. Start to rotate your ankles. Move your hips a little bit. Start to come back into your body. Okay. How was that? Did you get some information? Did you get your symbol? Go ahead and write it down. If you get to draw it out, that's fine. Go ahead and do that too. Yes, Spooky 76. It is so absolutely normal to feel the tears. Oh, I'm so glad. Do you feel that shift? Oh my gosh, I'm reading the thread now. Such a release. Amazing. Yes. So did you feel releasing? Did you feel some things releasing from you? I love it. It's just a couple more minutes or seconds. Seconds feel like minutes, minutes feel like seconds sometimes. And so moving forward, how do you feel with this new knowledge that basically it's choice? It's choice to, we may go, yeah, but see, this happened to me. Yeah, but don't you understand that I can't do that because of this? Or yeah, but, you know, and here's the thing, those are just stories we tell ourselves. Those are blocks we put into our path so that we can feel safe. We can stop and go, this is about as far as I can go. To push any further would mean unknown. It would mean uncertainty. And we like feeling certain. We want the guarantee. And sometimes we don't get it. So does it mean we stop moving forward? Do we stay still? Or do we go forward and we say, you know what? I believe because my soul is guiding me here. And I feel absolutely wonderful when I'm in this space. And no matter how scary it may feel, you move forward and you do what you need to do. So the stories that we contain ourselves in, the limitations we put upon ourselves are just that. They're self-imposed limitations. And we can at any time choose to rewrite our story, choose to rewrite our mindset, what we decide our inner chatter to be. I'm not saying that you may never have a negative thought again, but what I'm saying is it will not have that powerful hold over you that it once had. You have the power. You are not victim to yourself or to any story in which was given to you. So remember that. The power was always in you. Yes. I love it. Tired, that's very common too. Whenever you're going through the process of releasing, of course your body's going to feel it. You're going to feel tired. So what you want to do is absolutely nurture yourself in the ways that you feel are necessary. If it's naps, if it's retreating, if it's writing, journaling more, whatever feels good, whatever feels safe, allow yourself to do that because this is a lot that you're integrating. So go forward in that. Kind of like how we had the solar eclipse today. And even as powerful as it was, you're not allowed to, we're not allowed, I mean, you can do whatever, but I mean, it's not recommended you look at it with your naked eye simply because it could harm you, right? So in that powerful space, it doesn't mean you don't have access to that power. This means take the time to protect yourself as you're experiencing the power as well. And so guess what? We have a little bit of time. So I'm going to draw some cards for some people. I haven't done that in a while, so let's do some fun group readings. What do you think? Something fun. By the way, oh my gosh, did you see how I was clearing it? It's funny because all day long I've had that cough that has just been literally here, and you know, it's just been intense for me. And I just noticed as I was coughing ridiculously, and I apologize for that, I cleared it, and I'm like, oh my gosh, yay! I don't feel that, you know, and it was just. So funny. Okay. Yes. Okay. Yay. Everyone's so okay. Yay. First of all, yay. Okay. Yay. We got through this month. We got through this month. This would be such a celebration. This would be so, she's so excited. My gosh. We're here. We're here. Oh my gosh. Okay. So I am using my deck. For those of you who know the Whisperings of the New Moon. And it's a very intuitive deck, even though you may get like the same type of card. It depends on how you're pulling it, what question you have. It will always give you what you need, and you kind of go with your intuition and answer, okay? You are so welcome, Francine. Okay, so who's first? Let me see the feed. Ooh. Okay. It went away. Good. Yes, I will be doing Mike. Mike is asking if I will be reprinting the card soon, and I will. I actually, they were kind of on a back order, so now I'm going to be doing pre-order sales. So if you're interested, let me know. And by the way, we have the sisterhood, just so amazing. It's just not only for women; it's just called the sisterhood because we're really trying to heal patriarchy energy. So we just like brotherhood is used for all, sisterhood is also used for all. So it's something that we do in between not only new moons, we have our own private ritual. We have classes online. We have a lot of amazing things. And I love every member of our group. They're so powerful and so key to this powerful component of sisterhood. I love it. So if you're wanting to join, you can go on to oneascension.com under sisterhood, and all the information you need will be there. So Jackie Froliand. I am sorry. Froliland. I apologize if I did not get your last name right. Jackie, you. Okay. So Jackie, now I don't know if you remember how I use the cards. If they're upside down, that means you have a block there. So you know what we do with those blocks, right? We just engulf them and we just devour them. So this is saying your life is a gift to the world. So being inverted, that tells me that you're feeling like you're having a challenge finding what your gift is, what your purpose is. A lot of overwhelm, underwhelm with this, trying to find your footing and how you're supposed to make your mark, what your gift is, what your purpose is. And your guides want you to know that just by living, but just by existing, you are a gift to the world. The way you share your light, the way you share your love, I feel you have a very infectious laugh that people are drawn to you and get healing just by being in your company. So don't worry about finding your life path. You're already living your life path. And the actual directions and details will come to you the more you embrace the fact that it's not about seeking out there, it's within you and you have it. Okay? So Callie Krug. What is with my reading today? Sorry, Callie. Yes, okay. You're next. Froyland. Okay, yes, thank you for that. Callie, you're next. Okay, Callie, again, your card was inverted. A little bit of some, I feel this is more about awareness. We're not going to say blocks today. We're going to say this is something to be aware of. So being inverted, it says, give to those who appreciate. So lately, Callie, you've been giving a lot of energy, a lot of time to those who you feel have been taking you for granted, have been pulling a lot of energy for you, but not giving a lot back to you. So this is about reciprocation. It's about being in an environment where not only are you giving, but you're also being nurtured. It's about being in a space where you can give yourself self-care and have sacred boundaries. There's been a lot of boundaries that have been crossed lately with you, and it's okay to say no, and it's okay to put up those sacred boundaries and say, this, you should not pass, like Gandalf, you should not pass. That's really what you need to do, okay? So remember that. Okay. Jordan, I'm gonna need you to be on here filtering. There's a lot of things going on right now. Interesting, it must be because of retrograde. We're getting some spam. Sorry about that. Okay, so Pedro, pull one for me, please. Okay, here we go. So Pedro, inverted. A little bit of awareness that you need to have with this as well. Your guides are speaking. Are you listening? So I'm getting that there are some guides that are answering questions that you have, but you're not waiting for the answer necessarily. So it's kind of like, what am I supposed to do? What am I supposed to do? Guide me, show me. What am I not doing right? What do I need to see? But sometimes you just need to go, shh, Listen. And pay attention to what's being shown to you, because there's a lot. So take those times where you go, that's probably just coincidence, and take those to heart, because those are your guides are actually answering you. Maybe not in the way that you want, but in a way that will actually train you to use your intuition more. So you're being guided. Okay. Russell, welcome. It's good to have you here. Yes, okay, Russell. Tyler Russell. Yes, yes, yes. Okay, how funny. You got the same card. It literally just jumped out. But this was upright. Your guides are speaking. Are you listening? So lately there's been a lot of advice being given to you, a lot of guidance being given to you. And it's important that you remember to listen to those intuitions, to those nudgings, because you're truly being on a path that you're being guided to and led to for a reason. So that tells me that you are on the right path. Go ahead and trust that and follow what your heart has been guiding you to, because your guides are giving you that for a reason. Okay. Hope that makes sense. Yes, you're welcome. You're welcome, Callie. Mike, yes. Let's see, it's to you next. Huh, I know. Jamie says inversion seems to be the theme of tonight's cards. Yeah, for some. Okay. There we go. You're welcome. You're welcome. Okay. So, Mike Khalil was upright. I love that. Womb energies of the mother surround you. So, immediately, boom, I get like you're making some really big decisions, and they're very scary, very harrowing, because they're decisions and matters of the heart. And it's important that you know that the goddess surrounds you. Literally, some things might be feeling very scary. And so I just see this like warm, fuzzy blanket, this womb energy just surrounding you and holding you in a space of love and comfort. So allow yourself to be embedded in that, to allow yourself to be immersed in that, and to trust what is happening, knowing that is in your highest good. And even though sometimes changes are painful, shifting can be painful, know that it is in your highest order, really, in your highest path. Okay. Brianna McDonald. Love it. I love that we have time. It's like time seemed to just expand today. Usually we're like, no time. Brianna McDonald. Okay, Brianna, you have a card. It was upright. It says, be aware of the energy that you are giving. Okay? So what I'm getting is that, you know, in certain times and situations, you find yourself with people that are you would call them, for lack of a better term, negative, or negative surroundings. And so you want to inject a lot of positivity. You want to kind of like, but yes, look about this. Look at the bright side. Look at all these type of things. And what you're doing is you're almost like pushing the positive into an energy space that you feel uncomfortable in. It's not your job to change a person who decides to be in the space that isn't resonant to you and feels uncomfortable. Your job is to take care of your own energy and to allow yourself to be in your own positive vibe, knowing that you can't change anybody else's vibe. It's up to them to allow themselves to be changed. Does that make sense? They're the ones who change themselves. We don't do that. Does that make sense? So we just, if you can, you're still there, right, Brianna? Yeah, so basically it's kind of going forward and allowing yourself to know that you're responsible for your own energy and others are responsible for theirs. Okay, Karina, or Corinna. All right, so you're in the process of really bringing in some abundance. Remember, prosperity is a lover of joy. So Be joyful. Celebrate a free coffee you might get from somebody. Celebrate the coupon discount off. Celebrate a free reading today. Literally celebrate the things that are going to bring you joy. Because when we get and we celebrate even those little things, people think, celebrating coffee, yay, thank you. And that's about it. But if you allow yourself to extend in that joy, you become more prosperous and more of those opportunities and experiences will come to you. Okay? Perfect. Okay. Makes sense? Okay, perfect. I could see the exchange, but I was just, the wording, Brianna, was kind of a little challenging at the time. Okay. Let's see, who is next? Shalmadine. I did some heart blockage work. My guy messaged me. Okay, perfect. All right, Shalmadine. You got one. Upright. I love that the theme changed. Upright. See how we shifted? Close your eyes and imagine. That's the card. Close your eyes and imagine. So, Shalmadine, I want you to do that right now. And everybody actually do that. Let's take a moment. This card's going to be for everybody. Take a moment, except for my monitor. That monitoring the feed. Keep your eyes open. But everybody else, close your eyes. Close your eyes and imagine the most optimal, powerful experience that is full of love, that is full of anything that you're wishing to be part of in your life right now. What are you doing? What are you feeling? Are you alone? Are you with other people? Who are those people? Feel that energy in your heart chakra, which is the space right here in the center of your heart. So feel that. Very good. Allow yourself to just be immersed in that feeling. Try to get as detailed as possible. And in that space, say, thank you, thank you, thank you. And open your eyes. God bless you. Clearing, clearing, clearing. All right. So doing that, just daydreaming, taking a moment when we're feeling good, when we've just come out of a ritual, or we've come into out of meditation, or we're in a really powerful space. I do this sometimes when I'm in the shower and I'm just in a kind of in a tranquil space. I will envision the most optimum, ideal experience, and they change. It's okay, you can see. Clear, clear, clear. And they change. It depends. Sometimes it's at a really great restaurant with Mr. Wallace. Sometimes it's walking around my land. Sometimes it's laughing to 5 o'clock in the morning with my sister. True story. Sometimes it's just baking cookies with my grandchildren. It changes, and it's the most pristine, optimal. And what you're doing is you're feeding your vibration with the energy that you need. So as you're going through hearts, this goes back to you, Shalmadine, as you are working through heart energy, this wounding energy, you're going to fill your heart with things to feel joyful about. And that will heal faster than just allowing yourself to go through the healing or the forgiving. And yes, as you're doing that in tandem, but allow yourself to imagine beautiful things and know that they are coming. Feel them now, already happened. Okay? Oh, I love what Buki76 says. She says, feel it to live it. You're welcome. Okay, one last card pull. Before we are done, and then we gotta come to the end of our ritual. So who is this going to be? Francine. Francine, there you go. I'm so glad you're able to make it tonight, Francine. Oh, you got a jumper. Huh. Okay, so I'm getting a lot of information about this one. I'm getting there's actually two. All right. So funny, it jumped right out. And Francine, it's close your eyes and imagine the card we just did. But here's the thing, it's different for you. And that's what I love about these cards. You have to go within and say, what does this mean to me? And for you, again, I just get political standings, political perspectives, political interactions. Now, whether it's politics, it's literally political, or it's your view of how you're interpreting things around you. Okay? Perspective is important. The second card you got was be free to change your mind. So what this means is not everything is what it seems. And those things that we get angry at, there's another reason for them, okay? Those things that trigger us, there's another reason for them. And all I know, as I know you know this, even in the world, even in the things that we can get so caught up about and passionate about, there's a different perspective. There's another way. There's not just their way and our way. There's another way. And so what you're being invited to do in this situation, what currently is going on in your life, is look for the other way, because that is going to be the higher way versus us and them, versus him and me. It's the fuller picture. It's the fuller dynamic. It is the highest good. So whatever you're going through right now, you can heed that and take that advice. And if you have any questions, you can reach me on the sisterhood. Okay, so there you go. Oh my gosh, this has been so fun, and I am so thankful my voice stayed. Oh, okay. Oh, well, you know what? Mystical Cottage, you can come back next month and you can watch the replay, right after this if you want to. All righty. So everybody now, I want you to go ahead and close your eyes. And before we go ahead and thank and dismiss all of the energies, I'll take a moment to send love to each and every one in our circle. Those who feel they need to be seen and heard, we say to you, we hear you, and we see you. Those of you who need to feel love, we say to you, we love you. Those of you who need to feel strength, to have the courage to do the things that you're being called to do, we say we stand with you, we believe in you, and we love you. We send a special healing out to anybody in our circle, both watching live and later on, or to extensions of those watching, those who are in need of a special blessing. We ask now for that to be sent to them for their highest good, in alignment with divine order. Those in our circle who may be still challenged with working out their blocks, or the things that have come to them are still working through the shadow, which is a continuous process. We send extra love and support, and we'll just do that for everybody. No matter what you're going through, however big or small, know that you're loved, you're supported, and you're divinely held. So just take a moment to send that energy now. We thank the Divine One energy, to all of our ancestors, our guardians, our guides, to our angels. We thank to beloved All-Mother for being here, for allowing us to be in the sacred circle together, doing this work. Thank you for being part of our circle. To the direction of the north, element of earth, we thank you for being part of our circle. To the direction of the west, element of water, we thank you for being part of our circle. To the direction of the south, element of fire, we thank you for being part of our circle. And to the direction of the east, element of air, we thank you for being part of our circle. And with your eyes still closed, Release that spiral energy now through your right side, going spirally counterclockwise, around and around, releasing, 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 until your energy comes back to you through your left. And now circle your spiral close smaller and smaller and smaller, till once again it resides powerfully in your heart chakra. We call upon the Divine One energy to cleanse our fields, to cleanse any residual energy. And we also connect now to Mother Earth. Feel going through your feet, very powerful anchor. You can imagine divine like tendrils, like you're rooted, or you can even feel like you're through your body, a laser is just completely going down in the center of the earth. You can turn your hands down and send some more energy down that way, feeling rooted, feeling connected. And allow any energy that is not needed to go back to Pachamama. She is the great recycler, and she will use the energy as needed. And we say, it is done, it is done, it is done. And so it is. So many blessings to each one of you. Thank you for being part of the Shakti Spiral, our continuous journey together. Know that we meet every new moon, so you can look for our gathering for the new moon for next month at oneascension.com. You can also check here on this YouTube page. There'll be usually within a week or two. The link will be up for the live streaming, and you can also visit us on Facebook. We have a wonderful free group. It's called Shakti Spiral New Moon Ritual Group, and we have fabulous dynamic people there that share experiences. We kind of connect there between new moon and to new moon. And to go even further and to delve even deeper with me and the energies of one, we have the sisterhood, the Shakti Spiral Sisterhood, that is fabulous. It's now been a month, it's been underway, and it'll be a month and 2 days. We are loving it, having so much fun, and really creating a powerful community. So if you feel called to that, you can go to oneascension.com under Sisterhood and read more about that. So much love and deep appreciation to all of you. Thank you, thank you, thank you, and so much love. Mwah, mwah, mwah. We'll see you next month.